Hey. Welcome to the Kenny Burns Show.
I pull up in my two-seater and my mama was a savage. Got this shit from Tina. I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet.
Y'all ready for the young legend?
Nasty. Acting stupid. What's happening?
What's happening?
Bitch, I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, movie, nasty. Hacking stupid. What's happening? What's happening? Like Beyonce, like me. You want a bitch like the stallion with the knees. You be like, damn, how that thing moving in the jeans. Even D4L couldn't do it like me.
Hey. Where y'all from? Where everybody from? What's happening? I'm just posting this thing real quick and we're gonna get to Tiffany. Thank you, I appreciate that Cotton Candy Co. What's happening? Oh, she ready? She ready?
They asking for the queen to buy some cameras in here. I'm a bad bitch, she's a savage, no comparison here. I'ma flip my hair and while I twerk in my mirror. All this money in a room, think some scammers in here. I'm coming straight up, got that third. With the whip like I stirred it. Brain we swerving, keep it.
Let me stop for one of these braids fly out.
She talking that shit. Tiffany Haddish, what's up, beautiful?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great, my love. How you on the west side?
Yes.
How you doing? You staying corona free? You sheltering? What you doing?
I'm staying corona free. Maybe I already had it.
STD free, corona free. You boot up right now? Are you?
I'm STD free. Soda free. I'm smoking free weed. I'm
free.
Good. I'm good.
Yo,
I'm good.
Let me remind you of something that's funny than a motherfucker. So last time I saw you, we were on Will Packer's jet, catching a ride back from FAMU to Atlanta when we all went to FAMU trying to get Andrew Gillum elected as governor. Is that not crazy what happened to him?
Wait, what happened to him?
You ain't seen what happened to him?
What happened to him? He didn't win, I know that.
Andrew Gillum, right, he did not win, but he got caught in some sex triangle with some rent-a-prostitute dude in a hotel in Miami, the whole thing. And I was tripping like, yo, we was all just down there rooting for dude.
He should have came out and said he was gay off the top, he would have won. No, not in Florida, maybe not.
You ain't know that, though?
I did not know that, no.
Hey, Tiff, he was in the room.
You can't trust none of these men out here.
Hey, hey, let me tell you something. I saw that. I was like, damn, like, and now quarantine happened like almost a couple weeks after. I know his wife right now is like, I know, yeah, it's crazy.
Now, see, if I had a husband and I found that out, I would just strap on. I'd be like, look, you don't need no man. I'll be your man.
Tiff, chill out, Tiff.
If he told me now, if I found out in these streets, then I'm gonna have to just disappear on him. But if he told me,
Tiff, so you're telling me that if your man told you he was gay, you just get the strap on and keep him?
You know what? I think, you know what? These past 2 years, I've been thinking about it.
Tiff, you don't have to.
It's lonely out here, and gay men be dressing you cute. They be doing your hair. They do your makeup. Look, I haven't been around a gay man in months. Look at me. Look at my eyebrows.
You still fine.
Slipping.
All you gotta do is smile. Smile and wink, baby. Smile. Hello? Yeah. Oh, not that wink. Don't do that wink till you scare my fucking.
I'm just saying, these are thoughts. These are just thoughts. I'm not sure if they would be my true actions, but I know every woman has sat back and been like, do I love him that much? Am I willing to be back out in these streets?
You know why you playing though? I hear the craziest stories from my mentees. You know, I hear the craziest stories. They tell me things, and then like the girls will say they was dating a dude who they found out was bisexual. Then like dated another dude, I'm like, are you picking bisexual dudes? Like, or is this the majority of the dudes
But
today? Like,
you don't never know. That's the thing. And the way society is today, like it's like, you know, everything's normal. So you don't know. And then if it's like if you get mad at him, like if you find out like through the streets or whatever, I think you should be mad. But if he lets you know, like, hey, I know we've been dating for like 6 months and I probably should have told you off the top, but I'm letting you know now that this is what I'm into, then it's like, if you get mad at him or accused, like, are you being racist? Not, is it racist?
sexist?
Sexist? Are you being like, are you discriminating against him because he has a multitude of preferences? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I thought
want to be discriminatory,
right.
but if my heart in it already,
I feel you. I mean, but I don't know. But so I will say this. I know, like, I have a family member, right, who in the teenage years, you know, Nicki Minaj was coming out, all this sexual fluidity with women was coming out, right? And so, you know, I'm thinking that's encouraging the women because it was, you know, it was kind of like you dance with your girls, you freaking next time, oh, you kiss, it ain't nothing. Then you kind of like, you can't really do nothing with each other unless you're doing, like you said, strap on. So I'm trying to figure out, is that a fad? But then a man can't do that as no fad or try. It's like the thing with Tank when they had said he had made the comment about, you know, that don't make you gay if you whatever he said. What do you think about that? Does it make you?
I think it go both ways. I mean, I think if you put your mouth on someone of the same sex genitalia, or, you know, unless you not even, yeah, you put your mouth on someone is the same sex as you.
I agree.
Genitalia, no matter what your sex is, you're there.
Right.
You're there. Unless they holding a gun to your head, or they like, you know, if you don't do this, you're gonna die.
Right.
Like, you there, that's you. You have ushered, you have gone to the other side of you've gone to the other side. Then you can play on both sides of the fence. But you there. I feel like you there.
Yeah, no, I think that dudes should tell women. I think that's why these diseases and these things be happening, because they don't tell women. The ones who do, like you just said, play both sides of it and don't say nothing. I think, and I don't know if you playing or serious about your man telling you, but I know that it's very important that a man say that, because you just need to know your options before you get into it.
If you tell me, I'm gonna tell you right now, if a dude tell me off the top, I'm gonna be like, let's go hunting. I'm like, you know, I might be like, let's go hunting.
Tiffany, shut the fuck.
Let's go hunting. We like the same things. Oh wow. Okay, let's go hunting.
Okay, let's get serious.
Because my goal in like one of my fantasies is to have like a tall dude and a very short dude, and the short dude massage my breast and stuff and my feet, while the tall dude doing other stuff. That's my fantasy.
Are you serious though?
Talk about this?
No, but are you serious though, Tiffany? Is that
I'm
real?
I'm dead serious. That's the only way I'll do a menage. Mm-hmm.
So dudes. You only do it two dudes. Okay. So you wouldn't do a woman and a dude.
Nah. I don't. No coochie bumping for me. I know I'm a jealous person. If her titty's bigger than mine, if something else, she do something better than me, I'm gonna feel some type of way. So no, I know me. I know me enough.
You know your limits.
I know me enough to know.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great to know. Well, I want to give you some props. You know, on my show, on the Kenny Burns Show, I like to give flowers because I just feel like people's journeys are so important. And when it comes to you, I think people just kind of like, she popped up doing Carmichael show, or she popped up doing girls trip, but you've been out here a long time working. And even, you know, that whole thing between you and Kevin with $300, you have to get $300 at some point in your life for him to even know you did to be. So anyway, I want to go back a little bit, if you don't mind. You know, okay. You at 9 years old became responsible in your household, where most children wouldn't have these types of responsibility. Your mama was in a bad car accident. You know, she had some schizophrenia going on. Later, I heard you say that you found out that your stepdaddy had fucked with the brakes, so all y'all was going to be in the car and wanted the insurance money. But at 9 years old, and then I want to get into the brake thing, but at 9 years old, Tiff, how did you even, we still at 9 years old, we still learning how to brush our teeth, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? How are you taking care of your brothers and sisters?
Well, you know, I was washing dishes at 3. They was teaching me all kind of stuff early. Like in our family, like it's very important for women to have a certain level of independence. My grandma raised everybody like that. Like you have to be able to take care of yourself. You don't know if the person that's taking care of you gonna die tomorrow. You don't know if your mama gonna die, your daddy gonna die. Like, and your job as a parent is to teach your child everything you can as quickly as you can. You don't want to overdo it, but you want them to be able to take care of themselves if something was to happen to you. If they don't have no godmama, if their grandmama died, like, you want them to be self-sufficient. So that's how we was raised from the get. Like, off the top, like, I knew how to vacuum, clean, cook. I know how to make hot dogs, rice, like shit, like basic stuff. I wasn't.
Now, how old were your siblings though? You were 9? How old were they?
I was 9. My sister was 5. My brother was 3. My other sister was 1. So yeah.
Wow.
And then I have another brother that she had after the accident that he thought I was his mama for years, for the first 2-3 years of his life. And I used to hate it. I'd be like, no, my name is Tiffany. He'd be like, mama. I'm like, no, because when we would go places, I have to go to the grocery store and get the food or whatever. And we would go places and people be like, that's a damn shame you that young with a baby. I'm like, this my brother. Like, it's not my baby. Like, like,
wow. And so your siblings now, they all around you still?
We are all very close, except for one. One of my brothers, we're not as close to him, but he lives in Long Beach. Like, we all still in South Central. My baby brother, the one that was calling me mama, he lives in the house with me. Like, yeah, he lives with me.
Wow.
And I'm like, please move out. And he's like, why? Why would
wow. So, and at 12, y'all got temporarily separated, right? Y'all went to foster care.
12, 13, we got put in foster care, was split up. My 2 sisters were put together. My 2 brothers was put together. And then I was by myself in McLaren Hall for a little bit, for just a few days. And then I moved to a foster home and then a couple other places. And then finally my grandma got custody of all of us.
Damn. So this is like literally the time that you're finding out yourself, getting into boys. You're going through this whole process of who you're going to be in life, obviously, because at 9 years old, you had real responsibility. So you started tapping into the comedic thing then, or what was the first passion for Tiffany, or was it comedy?
It was comedy. It was my first, like, okay, so I had watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right? That came out in like, what, 87, 88?
Wow, yeah.
And in 89 was the first time I got to see it. I was about 10. And I was like the rabbits, because people were so mean. I had bullies already. I was getting picked on in school. Like, it was hard.
But you seem like you'd have talked your way out of some shit, or you'd have said a joke.
I was very shy and afraid of everything. Like, I was very shy. Yeah. And I watched You Frame Roger Rabbit. And there was a part where the rabbits, the detective says to the rabbit, why are all these people doing nice things for you? And he said, because I make them laugh, Eddie. If you make them laugh, people will do anything for you. And I was like, that's the ticket. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make people laugh. Then they can help me with my homework. Then they can help me with and then maybe I could get an extra on the lunch. And maybe I could, like, all these ideas I was having.
But that used to help with your mama too, didn't it? Because she went schizophrenic.
She used to knock me out, like straight punch me, hit me, like it was because she couldn't use her words. Right. Here you go from a woman who was like owns 2 properties, has her own business, also a manager at the U.S. Post Office, has an extensive vernacular, and has this car accident, and she has to learn how to walk, talk, eat, everything, all of everything she had taught me at that point. I'm teaching her. Right. You know, and the frustration of that, it would frustrate her so bad that she couldn't think of the words, so that she would just hit, punch, like. I guess like maybe a football player or an abusive boyfriend. Like, he came to you out talking this nigga, and then he's like, fuck it, bye. Like, that was my mom. Like, throw you, like.
But you tell these jokes, though, to get her up off you.
Yeah, so it got to the point where when I saw that Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I'm like, oh, I'll make her laugh if I dance a little bit, if I say something funny, if I write a joke, if I tell her I did this special for her. Like, maybe today will be the day that she don't, like, bust my nose.
That's crazy.
Maybe today will be the day.
That's crazy. But you got active after that, Tiff. Give me a hug. I want to hug you. Come here. Get up in my armpit. Yeah, get your ass.
I'm sorry. I'm sensitive these days.
No, that shit, you supposed to be. There's some trying times, but I think that's what led you to all the things you got involved right after that. Like, you were getting, like, high school, El Camino, right? Didn't you go to El Camino?
Yeah, I went to El Camino Real. I went to Hale Middle School and El Camino Real High School.
I stayed in Tarzana, not too far from El Camino. And actually, when I used to take Kenny and them to school, they went to Sierra Canyon. We used to somehow go by there some kind of way. But anyway, you went there, and that's when
all the beautiful girls was at El Camino, so everybody used to try to come by there. you
So
know. And
so so you're at El Camino, and then you start getting into the theater and stuff, right? Those
yeah, I
programs
got
in high
into
school.
drama. I got into drama because there was this boy named Adi Bola Jamal. He was so fine to me. And mind you, the school
Adi
at the time,
Bola Jamal.
Jamal, fine as hell. Okay. Now, he ended up playing for the Redskins, so I know how to pick him. But look, he was like one of the few black. Yes.
You know that's where I'm from, Tiff. That's my favorite team. I can't stand them, but I love them. Okay, great. Go
Okay,
ahead.
well, that's wonderful. So look, so Adi was okay. The school that I was going to was 3% black, so he was in drama, and there was no other black kids in the drama class. And I was like, oh, if I get in drama, then Adi gonna have to kiss me. We gonna have to do a scene together. We gonna kiss, and then he gonna be my man, and that's it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
I get into the drama class. Turns out my drama teacher want to be, you know, all innovative and racially integrate and stuff. So he kissing Spanish girls and white girls, and I'm the maid. I'm like, why am I the maid? Why am I? If you're gonna be, you know, innovative, I should be.
Have me the president. I want to be the president of the United States.
Yeah, I should own the business.
Right.
Okay? You know, why I gotta be a monkey? Why we was doing plays like All in the Timing and all these different like things like. Oh man, it was so much fun, and I was winning all these drama festivals and like monologues and stuff, and so it kind of led to it. But I was still getting in trouble too. So my social worker kept coming to the school. She was like, "You got 2 choices this summer. You can do the Laugh Factory comedy camp, or you can go to psychiatric therapy. Which one you want to do?"
Right.
And so I was like, "Which one got drugs?" She said, "You're gonna be on drugs if you go to therapy." And I was like, "Well, I'll go to the comedy camp." And I went to the comedy camp, and that changed everything. It taught me when to be funny, when not to be funny.
Timing.
How to communicate. It's all about the timing. It's the first time a man told me I was beautiful, and I didn't think something bad was going to happen to me. It's the first time
wait, Tim. That's important for black and brown girls, because I feel like even black men, you know what I'm saying? It's not often that people see us in the way that we truly are or we're meant to be. And I was just having this conversation, Jamie Foxx, and I have him on the show this week. But he was literally like, I had this whole thing with Puff happened last week where I commented and it went viral. And so he called me. He's like, yo, I see you. You should run for pop. Like Jamie Foxx called. And I know all of you. I mean, I see all of you. I'm around all of it. But like he called me and told me, I see you. And as a 40-something-year-old black man, that's still important. So I can only imagine young if we were encouraged and told what our superpowers were. So how was that feeling? Just like for the first time, this is at the Laugh Factory camp, right?
Yeah, the Laugh Factory comedy camp in Hollywood, which is still going on to this day. They've been doing it over 35 years and 36 years now. And I have to say, like, that first, it felt so good, and I was so afraid at the same time because I wasn't sure.
Used to it.
Why are these people being nice? Why are these famous comedians, these people I see on TV,
right,
all the time being nice to me? Because I wasn't used to people being nice to me. And I'm still that type of person. I'm always nice to everybody, but I don't expect people to be that same with me, because my grandma taught me, you know, you treat people the way you want to be treated, but don't expect them to treat you the same way.
Period.
Protect yourself. Just don't know that God is watching you.
Hello.
You be the example. God is always watching you. And now that I'm older, I realize it's not just God watching me, it's like the whole world. And so be an example of, you know, that shit is hard though. I don't want to be no damn role model.
Nah, but you know what, Tiff, but see, the days of pretending are over. The days of having to be somebody else in public is over. The days of you got to be this way to get accepted is over. And I think, to be honest with you, like, we got to start being real. Like, I was talking to Jamie Foxx, like, if I could talk to Biden, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about getting locked up at a certain age and how that affected my life. I'm an upstanding citizen. I still can't go to Canada without permission. It's like, I was 18 years old and made a mistake. So I get it, but I also know that we are meant to mean something to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that. That's like it's like Fox, like, you going to politics? Nah, I'm not going to politics, but I'll jump in the ring when I feel when I'm socially pulled to that, or I feel socially responsible because of my following, what I constantly say out of my mouth. See, one thing about you and why I named your friend, I was going to say the black unicorn. I put that on a little pin but it was too obvious because that's your book. You know what I'm saying? What I want to say, I think you're the realest in the game because you real. Like people can identify with people that tell the truth and without like wanting your love or receive anything from this is my truth. If I could be me, at least I get it off my motherfucking heart and I ain't got to be motherfucking disturbed in my head no longer. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, so many years when in my 20s, right, starting like really getting serious about stand-up, I was trying to be what I thought people wanted me to be, what I thought was the thing, because they would be like, you're too pretty, you way too pretty, you never gonna make it in this business, you're too pretty as a stand-up, you ain't gonna make it, you need to just go ahead and be a model or something. And I started like, let me dumb it down, let me dress like, you know, more like a guy. And then people start thinking I was a lesbian. I'm like, no, I'm out here like, I'm all about these D's. And I started realizing if I start listening to every single dude that's not making it, that's not doing shit, that's unhappy, every single female out here that's not happy and doing what they think I should be doing, I'm gonna be just as unhappy as they are.
Yes.
So let me just be me. Like I can't fuck up if I'm just me. If it's just me, this is who I am. And I'm going to make mistakes, but you know what? I'm not gonna be unhappy.
Yeah. And listen, to get it off your chest is part of the thing we couldn't do young because you just felt like you couldn't say nothing or you be judged or motherfucker gonna hold you to a certain. Nah. Like when I feel something, I'm gonna say the shit. And I'm gonna say it in public. You wanna know why I'm gonna say it in public? I'm gonna say it in public because somebody needs to hear it. Somebody needs to hear you. Even like with you, Tiff, like I refuse to believe that you really want a tall man and short man to play with the titties. But my thing is,
I know you can refuse to believe it, but I'm
if that's what
that's my only, that's one of my fantasies. I got some other ones too.
Okay, but my point is you saying it. There's somebody out, as funny as it is, as real as it may be, if somebody else need to hear that it's okay.
I'm one of them little men, you know, tripods, you know, little man, like 4'2", 4'5" with the little hands on my little chi-chis. Ooh.
Okay, Tiff, time out. Let's go back to the last.
I want that Game of Thrones dude. What's that, Peter Dinklage?
No, you do not. That wouldn't even get you horny. Cut it out.
Cut
it out. I got to see some pictures of your exes. So listen, I want to go back to the Laugh Factory. Let's hold on.
Yes.
I'm trying to give you a timeline because the people are really getting excited about this information. So you at the Laugh Factory. For me, when I first saw Eddie Murphy Raw, right? No, Delirious. What was first? No, Delirious. When I saw Delirious, that's the first time I ever, and I'm young at the time, you know what I'm saying? This is my generation, but I saw him, I was like, oh shit. Like this nigga funny, but it was the stories that related to my life, right? So then I saw Raw, or the people I knew, because obviously my mama was his age. But I'm looking at, but then Raw, I'm like, oh shit, this nigga's a rock star. And then all these years later, who was that for you though? Like when you look at that time, you were at the Laugh Factory. Who was like the comedians outside of Roger Rabbit inspiring you? What was the comedians?
Like Chris Spencer was one of those comics because I used to watch him on BET.
Big shout out to Chris Spencer. People don't never say him, but he's a funny motherfucker.
That's like, to me, he's like a brother. And I watched him. I remember when he walked in, I was like, oh my God, he got that band. Who in the hell left the gate open? He was on Vibe. And so it was like so real. Arsenio Hall. I used to hide in the closet and watch Arsenio Hall show on a little black and white TV. And I would try to turn it just a little bit. If I turned it up too loud, my mama would hear. She'd come in there and she'd beat me out the closet. Like, because I would sneak and try to watch Arsenio Hall. Like,
wow.
I love Arsenio Hall. Like,
I'll give you a little fun fact. Chris Spencer is slightly older than me, but I remember when they were auditioning for the Vibe thing, I think I was like 19, and I tried to audition for the joint. And when I went in, I had saw him some kind of way, but I didn't get it, obviously. But I was always like, I always wanted your job. And he's like, what job? Your Vibe hosting job, nigga. But
I was like so excited about that. And then I used to watch a lot of Lucille Ball. And I was like, already as a kid, because my mom, we didn't have cable, so we had like all these VHS tapes, VCRs and stuff. So we watched a lot of old comedies. So I used to watch movies with Lucille Ball in it before she did the I Love Lucy show. Wow. I used to watch Fred Skeleton, Charlie Chaplin, like everything. My mom only bought comedy videotapes. So we was only watching comedies on the old ones. And like I got to see Nipsey, what's his name? I'm about to call him Nipsey Hussle. And that's Nipsey Russell.
Nipsey Russell, yeah.
Got to see his show.
Last time that I checked.
Yeah, last time his sketch show where he dressed up like.
Yeah.
I miss him. But yeah, Bill Cosby, we used to watch all this stuff. And Bill Cosby, I mean, I know he did wrong by these women and whatnot, but he really was innovative. I mean, he was the first Black man to be the lead in a detective series opposite a white man that came on every single week in everybody's home. And he won an Emmy. I'm just saying, like, it's just.
No, you know what? I want to ask you this question. As you sip your, what's that, ginger turmeric?
You know it's ginger, turmeric, and cayenne.
Yeah, we the same. You my soul sister. So I'm going to ask you this question because I feel the same way. I mean, I hate that he was who he was and had to drug women, right? I hate that. You can't erase what he's done in culture, just like you can't erase what R. Kelly's done.
Why do men like sleepy sex, though?
I don't know no men like that.
That's another subject.
Yeah, that's a whole nother interview. But R. Kelly, you know, I have a real problem. I have a problem with him and all that he's done. I saw the tape. There's no way you can't tell me he's not a foul individual.
Right.
But he has some of the best music. And I feel so terrible sometimes when I hear and I start singing. I stop myself from singing. How do you feel about R. Kelly music? Because I want to see a versus with R. Kelly music with not R. Kelly against, I don't know, like, I don't know.
You know what? R. Kelly did have very good music. But I can't stand a child molester.
Oh, no question. No, I mean.
And I can't stand a manipulator. And I've been subject to things like that.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but you did.
And I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If I hear R. Kelly song playing in the distance, because it's embedded in my DNA and I might bob my head, but then I
do the same shit.
I'm praying for the young women that went through what they went through. I'm praying for the little girl in me that went through what I went through. Yeah. And you know.
Yeah.
I let it go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. That had to have been a trying time, but we're not gonna talk about that. So yeah, at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, don't be having me out here crying like this.
No, I didn't. I was trying to.
What is this?
You said
Oprah, Jerry is.
I'm the voice of the culture, Tiffany. I'm the voice of the culture, Tiffany Haddish. But I am like, I'm impressed because I feel like you had so many almost chances in your career.
Yeah, you was around a lot. I seen you around.
Yeah, and I feel like just seeing you work and grind, that's why you get respected like you do today. A lot of motherfuckers don't really understand that it be taking a whole lot of disappointments, a whole lot of no's, a whole lot of just
a whole lot of not giving up no pussy so that you don't get you get held back. It's a lot of men out here mad at me right now. There's a lot of dudes that used to tell me, unless you fuck me, you're not gonna get here. Like, unless you my girl, it's me that's gonna walk you in the door. And then I'll be like, no, God walking me in the door.
Hello?
You don't walk me in no doors.
Like, and when you see him now, though, Tiff, what
I
you
just
do?
smile. I'm like, because my integrity intact. My integrity's intact. I know I didn't do nothing nasty to get to where I'm at. I might have said some nasty things on stage or whatnot, but I didn't do nothing to compromise my morals.
That's right. That's and honestly, it feels better, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel better? Don't you just feel whole?
I'm gonna tell you right now, had I done what I could have done to get to where I'm at right now, I probably wouldn't be here. I'd probably be a full strung out drug addict.
Wow.
I probably would be like, because my integrity would be so damaged. Like knowing the truth of how I got to where I'm at. Like it would hurt so bad that if I got this kind of famous success in my 20s, man,
you'd have been off the chain.
It'd have been some shenanigans. Okay. Oh, TMZ wasn't out then, but I would have been on People. I'm telling you, I would have been on a global something. I would have been on the front page of something. I'll tell you that much.
Yo, let me ask you this, Tiffany. On your grind, on your comedy grind, you were living out your car, correct?
Yeah, I was.
And so when you in that state of mind, how can you be funny? Like, how do you, and I understand comedians, I mean, you laughing and crying right now, but like comedians use that pain as part of their process. But I'm just like, damn, you in and out of car, literally going to these shows.
Not even a nice car, a Geo Metro, man. Not even a luxury vehicle, dog. Like, I'm cramped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the, I have, you have to, like, what I have been able to do with my life, and I've been doing it since I was a little girl. I tried to find the humor in the pain. And at that time, I was not being myself. So I was like making sure my nails stayed done, making sure my hair stayed done. I put on like eyeshadows and stuff. Mind you, I just took a whole baby wipe bath. Like everybody
legit.
saying I smell baby fresh because I just wiped my whole body down with half a box of baby wipes.
Right.
But I look cute though.
Right.
My outfit is popping. Popping because I just left the laundromat. I don't even have an iron. I put it in the dryer at the laundromat to get all the ring, make sure it's smoothed out and put the little fabrics off. Boom, she ready. It's like,
but everybody said that too.
On how to live out your car and still make it look like you're doing something.
Hey,
big.
Tiff, but everybody used to say that when people would see you, you ain't look like you was living out your car. Like you showed up presentation ready. Like that had to be crazy on your psyche though.
Crying a lot of crying, a lot of removal. Like I believe crying is a removal of old beliefs and a replacement of new ones. And like every time,
write that down. What say that?
Crying is nothing but a removal of old beliefs and a replacement of new ones. So like every morning I would be awoken by the police. Like I would park in Beverly Hills and the police would come, boop, 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 knock on my. It got to the point where I became friends with them. But at first it would scare me so bad I would start to cry. They'd be like, why are you in your car? I'm like, I don't have anywhere to live. That's why I got all this stuff in here. I felt like I'd be the most safest sleeping in this part of the town. He's like, well, why don't you go to a shelter? Why don't you, like, you got to get out of here. You can't be sleeping over here. And like, I would do it every day anyways, because I knew that people would call the police on me. So then, they would, and the police come fast. If something happened to me in Beverly Hills, the police gonna be there quick.
Right.
So I'll be safe.
Right.
I noticed that now you can't park nowhere in Beverly Hills now. I know
nowhere.
Nowhere now.
No.
But back then you could park. So
right.
That's what I was doing, man.
So
that's what I was doing. And I would cry every morning because I would realize I'm not in the bed. I'm not in my house. That was where as I'm dreaming, I'm not in a home. And I wake up and the new belief is, oh, I'm homeless. I'm living in a car. And then it's like, well, how you gonna eat now? How you gonna live? Like, and so it was always, but I always had money. It was just, I didn't have no credit.
Right.
I had no.
No, because you were working. Like you have things on your discography that you were actually doing, but I think it finally hit in 2013, right? Was that the Carmichael show?
The Carmichael show is when, the Carmichael show is when things, and once I got, divorced and I was free, then that's.
Oh, wait, hold on. You was married for how long?
For like 5 years, grand total. I mean, I'm a beautiful woman.
I mean, clearly, but you were married. So I'm trying to connect the dots. So you weren't sleeping in your car when you was married, clearly.
No.
How long after that were you married? How long after the car time were you married?
The car, so I got married in 2008. That was like 2004, 2005 when I was homeless.
And how'd you meet your husband?
He found me.
So you going through all this stuff and you run into, and he finds you. Where did he find you, Tiffany?
He saw me on, I had met him on a cruise back in 2001. We exchanged numbers because I thought it would be good to have police officer friends. I always had police friends. And then
So he was the police?
He was the police when I met him. And then we lost contact because I felt like he was too old for me after talking to him. And then I was on Bill Bellamy's Who's Got Jokes. And he saw me on there and he was like, I know her. And then he went searching for me and he used his resources to find me.
Wow.
And I was like, dang, if you could find me, maybe you'll find my daddy. And he was like, I'll find your daddy, but it's going to cost you. And I was like, I'll pay you whatever you want. And I'm thinking I'm going to give him a little bit of coochie or something, maybe go on a date with him or whatever. And he was like, or maybe I'll just give him $100 or whatever. He was like, I want you to marry me. And I thought that was so funny. I laughed my ass off and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll marry you. You ain't going to find, I've been looking for my daddy since I was 16. You ain't going to find him. And we talked on the phone like every day for like 3 weeks. And at the end of the 3 weeks, he found my dad.
That's crazy.
And my daddy called me.
That's crazy. And your daddy originally from Eritrea?
Yeah, Eritrea, yeah.
Eritreans and Ethiopians love me. I'm from Washington, D.C. It's a lot of them there. I got a certain respect. Yeah. So, and y'all got, okay, so you get married, you get a divorce. And this, so by the time the Carmichael show happened, you got a divorce.
Yeah, by the time the Carmichael show happens, I'm divorced. I am dating a lawyer. It was great.
Wow. Okay, so now after the Carmichael show, I think when everybody really got a hold of you.
And before the Carmichael show, I actually did a Tyler Perry series called "If Loving You Was Wrong."
That's right.
I was on that, and
Yeah.
and that's when I was able to get my first I got an apartment because once I got divorced, I ended up living like I was staying with 2 white guys in a 1-bedroom with my dogs.
That sounds like your fantasy almost happened.
You know what? That's not in my fantasy.
Okay, great. You said two men.
Not those guys.
You said 2 men. You didn't say white, black, or indifferent.
I did not say white, black, or indifferent, but not those 2 guys.
Okay, no
Definitely
problem.
Not those 2 guys. But we were all, we were staying out, sleeping on the couch, whatever. And it was like right across the street from the Laugh Factory. And I stayed there for like 2-3 months. And then I stayed with April Macy out in Malibu. And then I was able to get my money up together to go do because I got the apartment, and then I did the Arsenio Hall show, and then like 2 months later and I feel like that's when I made it.
Right. When you got on Arsenio, because you used to look at him on that little black and white television, and then you on his show, even though it was the reboot.
Like, people like, you just made it. How does it feel to blow up and be finally famous? And I'm like, no. I've been famous since 2013 when I did Arsenio Hall.
Yeah.
And then from there I did the Tyler Perry series, and then right after that Carmichael show. That's in 1 year. All that happened in 1 year.
Now, Tiffany, fast forward to 2017 girls trip. Now, see, I just want to give you your flowers because I feel like I am the black experience when it comes to entertainment, party, and fun. And I've met people like them girls since 1992. I've been out here active. You hear me? And when I say y'all define them roles individually, but yours, you stole the show. You stole the show. Tiffany, I swear to God, it was so black and excellent because, New Orleans is special to me, but Essence time of the year is the most special thing ever because it's like a big black family reunion. And
right.
And even like you remind me of me and my partners and the dynamics in our relationship. And I want to give you some love because that shit that set you on fucking fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
I mean, 2016, I did a movie called Keanu that had came out, and it was like that. Chris Spencer saw. He said, "You out of here. You out of here. The next thing you get, you out of here." And then I did Girls Trip. I filmed it in 2016. It came out in 2017, and everybody that saw was like, "It's over. You made it. You're a star now. This is it." And I did not feel that way. I was like, I've been here, guys. Y'all just realized.
Y'all just seeing me.
Yeah, y'all just now seeing it. But I feel like I did it because of the Arsenio Hall show.
That's dope. Because you used to watch him on a black and white TV, and now you on his show. The reboot, matter of fact.
Right. But I got to meet all the people I ever wanted to meet after that. Like, and that's just amazing.
But you know what? That defines you too as a human and a responsible human, because I think what's so connected with you is that you're not impressed by all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You had certain goals in your mind, and as you achieve them, and it could just be meeting somebody. I can even just tell. What people need to realize is I don't know you like that. Like, we connect because when we connected, we was on the plane, we talking shit every time we see each other's love. But they got to realize I don't know you. So this is me speaking just my real feelings about you. And I just feel like, we need more people that's real like that, because the false prophets out here that are painting these pictures and, creating status quo. What the fuck is a status quo? It's your motherfucking beliefs and what you believe and who you like. It don't got nothing to do with what society say. But I just love that. But back to Girls Trip and why it's so important, because we need a part 2. I don't know if it's a part 2, but I really want. Is it going to be a part 2? Is there any information?
I'm pushing for it, man. I'm pushing for a part 2. I'm pushing for it. And so are the other girls. We all are pushing to try to make something happen.
Because that is, that's a franchise. And I thought, Will is a great friend of mine. and we were just on a group chat or something, me, him, Ludacris, the Wise, whatever, and we talking, and I'm like, but you know, people scared of the sequels. The sequels can be the best thing ever and send
Or the
you into
worst thing.
folk, or the worst thing ever. But I don't see how y'all can fuck that up.
I don't see how either. I mean, if they just put us in a room together and just filmed us in some rooms together, just us, our energy alone, it's just so, it's fun to watch and it's infectious. I mean, I watched the Red Table Talk that we did, and I was like, I watched it like 5-6 times because I
Wait, so you did the Red Table Talk? I ain't see it.
You didn't see the Red Table Talk?
I'm about to pull it up. I'm gonna watch as soon as I get off.
We did the Red Table Talk. We did it with Jada. It was all of us, all 4 of us there, and it was so much fun. And I keep watching it over and over because I miss them so much. And like, we have really good times, and we can talk about anything.
Dog.
And we know we good. We know
but
we gonna laugh.
it felt like that on screen, Tiffany. Like, y'all look like y'all was actual homegirl. First of all, black women saved me. I have another appreciation for black women. You know what I'm talking about? I was raised by black women. I got a beautiful black wife. And my thing be sometimes, it just be like the conversations that y'all have, y'all don't be having out in public like y'all should be, because I think it's so much game wrapped up in it. But in the movie, I felt like I was getting it like, oh, I knew, because I know. But then I was like, oh, shit, let's see that. It'd be free game. We need that, Tiff.
Right. It's hard to have those conversations outside, though. As a black woman, I mean, like, let's face it, we on the bottom of the totem pole. Like, we get the short end of the stick all the time. And it's like, if you're too smart, then you're a bitch. If you're too loud, then you're a mad black bitch. If you're too silly or whatever, then you ghetto. And then you're ratchet. If you're like, I'm free with my sex, I know what I am, I'm gonna enjoy my sex the way I want to. Now you are like, it's like, but they don't label white women like that. They don't like it. So it's like, sometimes you just got to keep it in the house. You know, I mean, look, I'll be out there, people like, Tiffany set the black community back 100 years. She's so ghetto, blah, blah, blah. But meanwhile, I'm, buying businesses, get ready. I want a black grocery store. I am sick and tired of going to everybody else's damn grocery store. And when I go to different communities and I see, oh, there's
Asian.
The Jews got theirs, the Asians got theirs, Mexicans got theirs, white people got theirs. Where's ours?
Yeah.
Where's
well,
ours?
let me tell you something though, Tiff, and I hope you just take this and receive this all the way in your soul. At the end of the day, it ain't really up for discussion how people receive you. You gotta say what you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I say to my black women, your voice is so dominant and so what's Nipsey's word? Prolific. What is it? Prolific. See, help me out. Help me out.
Yeah, I got your back, bro.
It's so prolific that you only gotta say it one time and keep it moving. I think a lot of time for us as a people too, we want to repeat ourselves. No, you said it. After that, it's action. It's action. And I think if we can do that as a people, we get further faster. We ain't gotta repeat ourselves for nobody. In my house, I tell my kids, I have a 19-year-old boy and a 16-year-old boy. I don't repeat myself. Nigga, if I said it, that's the fuck I meant. You better get some action. My son always wants to debate because they go debate with it. I was like, don't debate with them. Whatever you told them to do, they got to do right now. And that's the same way we should treat society. That's the trend. People acting like the other day when I said what I said about Puff. No, the black agenda is the most important thing on the planet. But we really talk too much. We talk too much.
Got to do action. We have to do things. Action.
And then we do it for self-serving reasons.
I don't see white people sitting around talking a whole lot about stuff. They go do it.
I don't see Asians. I don't see Jews. I don't see none of them sitting around, Tiffany.
And they take care of each other. They take care of each other.
But we as black folk, though, Tiff, we always want to make it a big moment. And what the problem? The problem is we read headlines instead of reading the motherfucking article.
Yeah, that's what I can't stand. I can't stand that. You read the clickbait, but you don't read the whole damn article, and then you want to say, this and shit. Read the whole article, stupid. You'll realize they don't have no information. You realize they are playing you. They are using a sentence to screw you.
But Tiff, That's what makes you Superwoman. Do you hear what I'm saying? Whoever's saying anything against the real shit that comes out your mouth, they not for you. Bye. Like
Right.
the thing about this is, I look at like our people, especially our women, our black and brown women. We must protect them at all costs, and not only because you're life giving, but you've healed us, protected us, dealt with our bullshit for eons. And I say all the time, and this is not just because you on the phone. You can check my history. At the end of the day, it gotta be a woman running with Biden, and if it's a black woman, not just because you should do it, because if a woman's elected side by side, that's great for women. Because the first time in the history of our world, a woman has been put in that power in the United States of America. All I'm saying is the reason why it should be a black woman, Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams, the reason it should be a black woman.
Maybe I should hit up Biden. Because I'm actually smarter than y'all realize.
Tiffany, I know, but it's some things you said you just can't take back, Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? And we just have to.
What? I'm not going to take it back. I claim everything I say, I claim it. I claim it.
I'm a joke. It's a joke. But I'm saying people that are currently in the race, young Tiffany Haddish, that have actually been on the front line doing the work, they deserve a shot now. And then what you could come with Kanye in 2020.
You know what's fun? Hey, hold up.
No,
hold
but
up.
Seriously, I was on to something, Tiff. I was saying
you are on to something, but I like what you're talking about. Me and Kanye on the ticket. Because I've been reading Powernomics. I'm thinking about building my own community. I'm just saying.
No, listen. And people want to get on Kanye. They want to get on him all the time. You said something very, very smart. Kanye done figured some shit out that we ain't figured out. He done went and got about 6,000 acres in the middle of the world, country, whatever. Y'all need it. And there's another thing.
Shit up like that too. Build our own and protect it. Every time in our history, every time we build our own, we do very well. And then somebody come through and try to destroy it, or somebody snitch,
bombs it,
whatever. We got to make sure we ready to strike back. That's been a problem. We ain't never struck back.
Let me tell you what they really scared of. You're looking at all these protests. No question, because they know we survive in any condition and have since the beginning of motherfucking time. You ain't coming out no motherfucking trees on nobody. You listen. We know how to survive. They don't want that. Let me just peel this back. I want to get to. We're almost at the end of the interview, and I want to get somewhere really quick. So
okay, let's go.
You have an innate ability to connect with people, and I think it's because it's the barest human form possible, and that's emotion. And it's through your comedy you are able to do that. And I feel like, what's next for you, and I know you're not playing when you're saying build your community up, get grocery stores in your community. You know what I'm saying? I want you to do that, Tiff, because I feel like, unlike a lot of celebrities or superheroes or self-proclaimed prophets of our blackdom of our people, we got real people out here doing the work. We got real people out here that are willing to do the work, and we got to do the work. And I believe you can lead us in that. And I think you'd be one of those leaders on the front line with that. And I want to tell you that because I just feel your energy at all times. When you're playing, when you're not, when you're sad, I just feel your energy, and it's so genuine, honestly.
Well, the heart speaks to the heart. And I try to always talk from my heart. And
I'm
so,
going to use that.
No matter what language anyone
heart
else
speaks to the heart, child.
The heart always speaks to the heart. So no matter what language anyone else speaks, they can still feel it. They might not understand the words, but you can still feel it. Like I watch TV in Japanese, and at first I didn't understand it. Now I can speak Japanese.
That's the way I feel about Spanish music. I don't know what they saying, but I be
here. You can feel it.
Ooh, I be there with it.
You be like,
¿Qué es lo que viene de la casa?
Yeah. You can feel it because the heart speaks to the heart. So sometimes for me, when I'm sad or whatever, and I want to convey that I'm not happy with something, most people try to, okay, how can I say this in an intelligent way? How can I'm going to just speak from my heart. I'm going to just say how I feel, why I feel the way I feel, and just leave it there. And people either understand it or they don't. Well,
listen, Tiffany, you are necessary, and you are one of our national treasures. I am here to support you in any and everything you do. And just please do me one favor.
What?
Just be yourself.
No
we
problem.
love her.
No
We love her.
problem.
She ready.
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah, sure.
Send me some tweezers or something for my mustache. This mustache is getting ridiculous. I'm thinking about just growing it so I could just be like this.
No.
Some mustache wax.
We don't want that visual of you, Tiff. We don't want that visual of you.
Wait a minute, I'm thinking about it, bro. Wait, hold up. Let me think how I'm gonna run.
Don't scratch your face. No, everybody calm down. Okay, Tiff, love you. Gotta go. The last black
That's
unicorn.
what dudes do, right? That's how y'all talking. You be like, man, this shit crazy out here, man. This is crazy, bro. Let me think about this. Let me think about it.
Stop. Love you. Be safe.
I love you too.
Stay corona free. I'll see you
too.
soon.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Love. Hey, man. I love her, man. Y'all, listen, man. We got to protect our superheroes. I'm talking about the real superheroes. Hello? Tiffany Haddish, we appreciate you, baby. And we will continue to root for you and hold you dear. Ladies and gentlemen, I got an incredible week ahead of me, ahead of y'all, ahead of us. I want to tell y'all a secret. I almost said it to her, and I'm glad I didn't say it because I'm excited, and I'm light-skinned. I'm a Scorpio. I can't help myself sometimes. But tomorrow, have you seen Black as Fuck? Have you seen Blackish? Grownish? Mixish? The man got a lot of money. Can you bear it tomorrow? All my enthusiasts, film enthusiasts, all my soon-to-be theatrical superstars, I need you to tune in tomorrow. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can you bear us? And I got a big announcement. I hope I can make it tomorrow. All right? Y'all be safe. Love one another. The dream is real.